What's up, guys? If you're a dog owner and you've always wanted a dog that listens perfectly in any environment, on or off leash, welcome to the most immersive YouTube series for dog training on YouTube. I'm Austin Laramie, owner of Zero to Hero Dog Training, and we are recording every single day, day 1 to day 46 of her whole training experience, from knowing nothing to being a master. This series is going to teach the everyday dog owner how to successfully live and train their dogs to have the best relationship and give their dog the best life possible. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, put on the notification bell. We're posting multiple times a day for the next 46 days. I'll see you there. Woo! Oh. Come on, bye. Woo! She still doesn't know that she's supposed to stay. I'm still teaching her. But what's going to happen is I'm going to open the door and immediately she's going to leave the crate. And I can use this as an opportunity to show her that, hey, you can't leave the crate. You have to stay when I open it. So right, as soon as she leaves, again, I say That's my leash pressure. After I say I apply the pressure and I put her back in. Remember, this early on, she's not in trouble if she breaks the crate. I'm teaching her right now. So I'm not correcting her. She's not in trouble when I do that. But as she stays in the crate, I reward her. You might not be able to see, but just know that the second even one of her paws comes out, I say and then I step into her. I can either use the leash or I can use spatial pressure. What that is I am using my pressure. Me walking towards her is pressure. So is just my marker for, hey, something's wrong, let's try again. And she knows that means that pressure is coming. So she's not in trouble. But as she stays, I say good, pause, then reward. Remember that separation, you'll see that throughout the whole journey. I can't just go good if I want her to know the word. I have to go good, 1, 2, then move if I want her to know the word. So again, she was whining. This is what I do. When dogs start whining and barking, it's because they want out of the crate. So I open the door. They either stay in and I reward them, or they leave, and then I can immediately go, put them back in. And this is how I stop barking and whining in the crate. Eventually, you'll start to see me just chilling in my house, and the crate door will be opened, and she'll be hanging in the crate because I give her the command. Good. But as she stays in, I reward her as she's staying. Good girl. And then, of course, we're teaching our markers, which is good and yes. Yes is her release. That means she can come to me for the reward. So as much as I like to use good to build the stay, I also like to throw in some releases so she gets that release. So I'm going to say, yes. And now she's free to come get the reward. Good girl. A little tail wag there. So just a little tip and, just a little short session I just wanted to show you guys. So I'm going to also work on teaching her the crate command as well. So again, I'm not going to go crate and move at the same time. I'm going to say crate, then I move. As soon as she does it, yes, and I let her come get the reward. When I do my markers, whether it's no, good, or yes, it's the moment she does whatever I want her to do or the moment she does whatever I don't want her to do. I can't do it after the fact. So if I want her to learn the command, I need to say yes or good the second she goes in. Not after she gets in and then say it, right? The second she goes in, I need to say it. So again, she's distracted. It's all right, I'll bring her to me. Piper, crate. Then I move. Yes, good girl, good girl. Remember, I say my marker first, yes, then the praise. I don't go, good girl, yes, right? I go, yes, then good girl, or whatever praise you want to do. Piper, crate. Yes, good girl. Crate. Yes. I got a good tip for you guys. Here's a big mistake I see people do. And they think their dog is knowing the command, but really they're focusing on the movement. They will move at the same time they say something. So when I say it, and what I mean by that, they're going to go crate, and really she's not hearing the words. She's just going off of the movements and the repetition of me doing that. She's putting 2 and 2 together. So I like to say it completely still. I like to go Piper, crate, then I move. Yes, then I move, right? Because watch this. I won't say anything, but I'll just start to move and she'll go in. Watch. Piper. Yes. See that? She's just going off my movement. So if I want her to know the word, I need to say the word first, completely still, then move. So she can understand that she hears that word, the sound of crate, then it follows up with the action, and then she gets the reward. She'll start to associate the pattern of hearing crate with going in that and then getting the reward, hence teaching her the word. So I can't move while I say it. I need to go crate, 1, 2, then I move. Yes, then I move, right? Pause between every word that I say. And again, she doesn't know her markers yet. So the way that I teach markers is just with my everyday life. I choose something I want to work on that's not too complicated. And then through the repetition, she's learning her markers. And at the same time, she's learning some commands. Piper. Hey. Crate. Yes. Good girl. Piper. Crate. Yes. Good girl. And I want to work on Leave It a little bit because she was, I just took her to the park. She was a little like interested in going up to people and dogs. Again, she doesn't have any like aggression issues, but I don't allow that. And I don't really like teaching Leave It and immediately going straight for leash pops if I don't have to. So her Leave It command is off. Little backstory on the Leave It. For me, Leave It means don't sniff that, don't walk that direction, don't jump on that, don't look at that. Don't, whatever you're doing, stop doing it basically, right? But it doesn't mean drop. Drop is a whole nother command. If she has something, I won't say leave it, I'll teach her drop. But again, if she's fixated on a dog, I say off, and then she should disengage once she knows it. But how I teach Leave It is, I don't do this very much. I'll use some food in the very, very, very beginning. And I'll reward the Leave It in the very, very beginning. But towards the end, it's just the expectation. I don't reward Leave It. And here comes my wife with a beautiful plate of food. Hi, baby. Beautiful. And so again, I don't reward Leave It or off very much after I teach it. The difference between no and Leave It for me is, or off, is no, boom, you already messed up, correction is coming. Where I say off, the dog has an opportunity to disengage. So once she knows it, if I say off, within a second or two, she doesn't disengage, I don't say anything else, I pop the leash. But if I say off and she disengages, cool, we keep going. But in the beginning, before she knows it, here's how I start introducing the Leave It command to dogs. So I'll take some food, and I'm going to let her sniff it. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to say off. I'm going to put it down. And then I'm just going to pull her away every time she goes for it. When she stops and looks at me, good. I say good and I reward her. And then I pick up the food, put it in my pouch, walk away, and reset. I don't let the dog get the food on the ground because I want her to understand that off means disengage for good, not disengage until, right? So again, I'll take some food, and I even do this sometimes. I'll hold it, and I'll go off, and I'll pull her away. Good. Now when I do it in my hand, that's when I let her get it. But when it's on the ground, I don't let her get it. So again, off, pull her away. And I pull her away every time until she's done going for it. Then I say good, and I give it to her. And that's how I introduce off. But eventually, you'll see that after she understands off a little bit, I go straight to correcting. Straight to leash pop. So I say off, I give her 2 seconds at most to disengage. If she doesn't, I go straight to a leash correction. And at the park, I did do that a couple times. Sometimes you run into situations, you just have to shut the dog's behavior down. You got to suppress the behavior. It is what it is, you know. So again, off, pull her away. And I'll sit here and wait. If she doesn't go for it, good. Then I give it to her. Another way that I do it, again, off, put it on the ground, pull her away. Remember, when I'm pulling her using leash pressure, she's not in trouble. But I'll walk past it, off, pull her away. She got one. You don't want to let your dog get any though. Walk past it, off, pull her away. When she disengages and stops going for it, I say good. Reward her with a separate reward. When it's on the ground, I pick it up. I have a wonderful video on this too. But that's how I do it. I only do this for a couple days. The last way that I teach it is just on my walks. I don't let my dog sit there and sniff on my walks. I want them to engage with me. So how I do it is when we're walking, she stops to sniff. I don't stop with my dogs. I say off and I keep walking. And that pressure is going to come from me hitting the end of the leash and then just pulling her with me. So the separation comes from I say off, 2 seconds later, I get to the end of the leash and I pull her away. So she still learns it. Eventually, once I can say off and I see her disengage, I know that she's starting to understand it, and then I get away from rewarding it. I just simply go to corrections. But there is some times where I will reward the leave it command for things that the dogs really struggle with, but that's, it gets pretty advanced. But cool, guys, I just wanted to record. I'm going to work on the crate command a little bit longer, and then, Piper, crate. Yes, good girl. I'm going to give her a whole handful for that one. She went in. She's starting to understand. Piper, crate. Pull her in. Good. So now I'm going to work on the stay, right? So when I say good, that just means you're getting a reward. I'm coming to you, but it doesn't mean release. So she shouldn't come out of the crate when I say good, only yes. I walk away. I say good wherever I'm at. I walk back to her. I want her to know that the reward is coming because she stayed while I got to here. Over the course of this whole time, I'm going to add some distance, duration, and distraction. I'll throw a ball, and if she breaks it, I say, put her back in. Throw the ball. She breaks it, put her back in. Throw the ball. She stays. I either say yes and let her go get the ball, or I say good, and I bring her a reward. Good. And this is all because she started to whine in the crate. Everything is an opportunity to train, if you think outside the box. Good. Well, in this case, if you think in the box, she's in a box. But when dogs come to me, I let them free roam my house sometimes with a leash on, just because I want to teach them. Don't go in the kitchen, don't go in the bathroom, and I get to become a leader. Don't go on the furniture without asking, or when I don't invite you up, don't go on the furniture, don't sniff the tables, classic in the house structure. How you live with your dog dictates how they live with you. Whatever you allow them to do in the house, that's going to build their behavior, right? Good. If you have a dog that's out of control in the house, how do you think they're going to be outside? If you have a dog that's really good in the house, getting them outside is going to be just better. Good. When you're doing this, though, you don't want to sit here and work on the stay too much. Yes, you want to throw some releases in there. Crate. 1, 2. Then I move. Yes, as soon as she goes in. She's starting to learn yes, though. That's pretty good. Crate. 1, 2. Then I move. Yes. Important part about pressure is that once pressure turns on, it has to stay on until the dog completes the command. So when I tell her crate, 1, 2, pressure's on, it's not turning off until she gets in. Yes, when she gets in, it turns off and she hears yes, which means come on out, you did good, come get your reward. I'm paying you. Here's $10. Sit. Yes. And I like to mix it up. I don't work on one thing over and over and over all the time. But yeah, guys, day 4, a little bit of crate session. Give you a chance to kind of pick my mind, see how I think as a trainer. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You're not going to want to miss this series. You're going to have a great dog. You guys have a great day. Thanks.